guys, what's good? Here back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a new player guide on all the cloaks that you can get for from beating the game. All the end game cloaks pretty much. So spoiler warning guys for if you haven't beaten the game, but this is also for the new players who haven't beaten the game that would like to know what happens at the end game. I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end game exactly, probably, but I will go ahead and show you all the end game cloaks that you do get and what their abilities are. So we're going to be showing the first ability. Oh, not my army. Yes, I have a lot of people in my army. The first one being the Dark Embrace. Raised Dead causes enemies to flee in terror. I will actually have to really quickly go find a base. But basically, for the new players to understand, Raised Dead is an ability that you get at the end of the game. Once again, where basically you press square and triangle and you raise the dead. All the enemies that you've killed, you raise the dead. They come back to life and they're on your side. So yeah, basically once you raise the dead of all the undead enemies, the enemies, but your, I guess, normal enemies are going to flee in terror. So let me go ahead and kill some enemies here really quick. Whoa, I blocked that, just saying. Oh man, I did not mean to execute. I'm bad, my bad. I'm a little bit rusty here. Hold up. Let me go ahead and actually stealth dominate this guy over here. Okay, never mind. That didn't work. Alright, let me just go ahead and dominate somebody. I really need to. I'm gonna dominate some people really quick. Alright, sorry. Yeah, I'm bad at this game. I'm a little rusty. Alright, we're gonna kill some enemies here. Alright, now here we are. I'm gonna raise the dead. And now some of these enemies are fleeing in terror. So that's basically that one. Alright, so now let's move on to the next mask. Yes, I'm swapping mid-battle, I like that. Alright, so next mask, I actually do think that I might have to change something. Yes, alright, so I have to change something. This one's the Mask of the Fell Rider. I'm gonna actually have to change over to my Grog, because the ability has to do with the Grog. So the Grog, whenever you summon a Grog, it'll be elemental depending on which places you are in. So it's actually going to be fire considering I'm in a fiery place. I can't actually summon a Grog right now. So I'm actually going to move on to a different mask while I wait for my Grog spawn to finish. But yeah, you guys will see that in a minute, don't you worry. Alright, next one is Mask of the High King. Ray said someone's Gondorian Whites. I really actually wanted to see this mask in play. I wanted to see how it would work. Stuff like that. Alright, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and murder them. Oh, so they're not following me. Sealing on my might. I probably shouldn't have done that, whoops. But yeah, depending on how many bars of might you have, I believe it's some more Gondorian Whites, so you'll summon in. Whoops. And of course, how many enemies, I believe there actually has to be a certain amount of enemies are dead, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of like the normal race of dead. I'm not too sure. I don't know if you raise the dead of the enemies and turn them into Gondorian whites, or however it works. But I believe it's not like that. There you go. Now we have a bunch of Gondorian whites fighting at our side. And they're stronger than normal, they're stronger than normal guys. Can I blow their head off? Nah, that'd be kind of cool. What a point check. Maybe I can with this? No? Do they have like a time limit or something? Like, how does this work? Let me let this Caragor out and see if they can actually take out the Caragor for me. Alright, you know, fine, I'll just do that. Oh my gosh, they pretty much two-shot the Caragor. This is insane. Ah, okay, so then they do go away after a while. It summons 3 with 1 bar. Alright. So 2 bars, I assume it summons 6. These guys are actually really powerful, and I could see why you would want to use them in the late game. They're very powerful. So, in late game, I could see why this would be very useful, actually. Because they can do all the main work, you know? And you can kind of just sit back and try to go get more might to keep them up infinitely. 2 on 1. I like these odds. Oh, but 2 to 2, alright. Alright, so no, it's not a 2-shot. It's just because all the Gondorian whites are targeting the Caragor, I guess. Oh, there we go, now they all disappeared. Alright. That was actually really cool. I didn't think that would work. Hold up, let me check and see if I grog this ready. Alright, it's pretty much done, so I'm gonna get to the Mask of the Fall Rider. That was actually a really good one. That was actually really good. Mask of the High King. I didn't think they would actually be that good. I thought that they would just be really bad. Not gonna lie, I thought they would just be like the lower class orcs. Or sorry, not the lower class orcs. I mean the higher class orcs, but like worse, I guess. I don't know. I just didn't think they'd be that good. Alright. Alright, so next one we have the Mask of the Fell Rider. Probably, in my opinion, the second best looking mask. Definitely not the best, but like the second best. Alright, so if you guys forgot, this one's ability is it summons an elemental grog, depending on which map you're in. I believe if you're in Nurnen, it's going to summon like a poison grog. If you're in Nurnen and something else, I can't remember. It's going to summon a fiery grog in the fiery place. Sorry, I don't know my places that well. And then I will summon an ice grog, and I believe it's called Saragost. I don't know. I don't remember the places well. But here you go. Here's the fiery grog. Shoots fire. Does all the things that a normal grog would do, of course. But just better. But yeah, like I said, since I'm in the lava place, sorry, I really can't remember these places that well. It's going to, of course, summon a lava well. I mean, it would only make sense, right? But yes, that sounded weird. This is gonna be the Mask of the Fell Rider. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the Scrog. That was so he isn't messing this whole thing up. Alright, nice. And hold up, let me just go ahead and equip my Drake before I forget about it again. Alright, so here we are. Next one being we've done that one. Mask of the General. Alright, so this one, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about this next one. Consume or drain kills create a curse explosion. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, this does not work with Dominate on. So we are gonna have to go ahead and equip the upgrade Bright Lord's Wrath for this. Hold up, I can't really see how good this looks. Actually, this looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So this might actually be my second favorite. So... Alright, I don't know, is this really doing anything? Or is it just that the AoE is just so small? So does this go with the stealth drone too? I can't tell. I don't think it does. I wonder if this works on an interrogation. Alright, let me go ahead and get this guy. Is there anybody that can really even mark? Yeah, there's nobody that can even mark, dude. Yes, you'll lose this intel. Alright, so it doesn't look like it works on an interrogation either. By the looks of it. Doesn't look like it works on friendlies either, which is a good thing. Bah! Alright. Let's move on to the next mask. That one wasn't that good. Like I anticipated, it wasn't the best. Alright, so let me go ahead and equip Domination back on. My bad. Sorry. I meant to go to my inventory anyways, but you know, I guess. Alright. So next mask being Mask of an Empress. If you guys don't know, you actually see the Empresses in the Blade of Galadriel DLC. I don't have the DLC, but I did watch a video on it. So, Wraith Execution, Wraith Chain, and Chain of Shadows deal 30% more damage with each successive Wraith. I will be honest, I don't understand what this means whatsoever. What is it supposed to mean? If somebody could please tell me, like, it does more damage whenever you chain or something? Like, is this Wraith of Shadows, right? Isn't this Wraith of Shadows? That's Wraith Chain. Didn't they say Wraith Chain does more damage or something? Wraith Execution, Wraith Chain, and Chain of Shadows deal 30% more damage with each successive Wraith. I think that's supposed to mean you do more damage whenever you successfully chain onto a different enemy or something. Oh, I know what that means. Alright, so basically, whenever you chain onto an enemy with these abilities, you do 30% more damage once you get out of the chain. I think that's what that's supposed to mean. I don't know, you guys can let me know in the comments. Usually my friends would join my party and be like, no, that's not what that means, or yep, you got it right, or something, you know? But I'm gonna stick with that's what it means. I'm not too sure, sorry guys, I really don't understand. Why do I keep doing that? I really don't understand. I'm sorry. It might be because I did the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, because Wraith Chain is stealth kills. The one that I just did. I don't know. All I know is that we're moving on to my favorite one out of all of them. It is my level 60. It is my main. That being Mask of the Undying. First off, hands down, coolest looking mask out of all of them. It's of course the mask of what's it called? You understand, it's kind of just a normal standard mask, and it looks sick. Alright, it looks sick. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, why do I keep opening up my character? It's just instinct. Alright, so its ability is Water's Allurian and Spectral Dash costs to no focus. Melee and self damage will increase by 33 per seconds, or 33% for 5 seconds after use. So you can, let's say an enemy is heavily damaged by stealth. You can Spectral Dash or Water's Allurian up to that enemy really quickly, stealth kill them, and then it would do a lot of damage. Now, personally, what I would do if I were you guys is go to Predator, make sure you have Elven Agility. If you don't, it's not going to work. Buy Spectral Dash, and don't use Water's Allurian. Use Spectral Dash, because Water's Allurian, it's not that good. I used to use it all the time. But now that I realize they're pretty much the same thing, but one you just have to hold R2. So I actually use Hammer of the Thing, and I'm going to try to pronounce that. It's actually really good for, sorry, it's really good for, just attacking orcs. Well, basically, so, now all I gotta do is go into stealth, and I can just dash infinitely, and that would do extra damage whenever I go up to an enemy and dash. So, for 5 seconds after use, pretty much. I'm going to showcase a little bit of this while I can. I'm not seeing any enemies nearby. I don't see any enemies. Where are they? Bro, there's like a billion enemies in that base. There we go. But yeah. Boom. Yeah, but it's really nice, because look, now I can just Spectral Dash whenever I feel like I don't even have to have focus. I don't have any focus right now. And it's just going and going and going. And you can also regenerate focus while you're using Spectral Dash. So yeah, this was kind of for the new players who don't want spoilers, but want to know what happens at the end of the game, you know? You get a load of stuff, you get a bunch of those different cloaks I was just showing you. You get a new armor piece, you get a bunch of new weapons and stuff like that. Really cool. You get a new ability, instead of course. You get a lot of different things, really cool. But yeah. So this is just for the new players. No OG players get mad because I just did that. Yeah, but a lot of these, I don't even know their perks or understand them. Hold up. You know what? As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do really quick? Since there's some enemies right here, I'm going to, I want you guys to, cut me some slack. I'm going to use the Mask of an Empress a second time and see how this works exactly. Because now I have Wraith Chain. 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're saving that last guy. Now, can I just one-shot him? 2, 3, 4. So, I four-shot him. That feels kind of normal, if you ask me personally. I don't know. I'm just gonna say that did something. I'm not too sure. But needless to say, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you do need help on the game, I can help you out. If there's like questions you have. What skills should I buy? I could recommend you some skills. Others would disagree with me. Like personally, yeah, let me show you some guys. Like personally, I'm the guy that would use Shadow Strike, and I don't have Shadow Strike Pool. I don't like Shadow Strike Pool. I get that it's really good. You could just go, you could pull an enemy over to you, and then you could pull the captain over to you, and you could Fury them. Like before, I didn't even use Fury. I didn't like Fury. I thought the Fury was useless, and what was the point of it? Now I use Fury. I'm slowly starting to understand why some of these players are using some of these things. Like, for example, look here. I personally would used to use Perfect Counter, and I would use Wraith Shield, and I would just keep knocking people down and countering enemies over and over and over again. It was what I like to call an OP combo, quote unquote. But now when it comes to Fury, the thing about Fury is I'll go up to an enemy, and then I have like 15 enemies around me still, while I'm trying to finish the enemy on the ground. But I'm getting killed and killed and killed and killed, or sorry, hit over and over and over again while I'm using my Fury. And I don't see why people are using it. People mainly would use Fury. They would use Fury. They would use something else. Oh yeah, it was Wraith Pool. And then they would punch you over and over and over again while they were on the ground, and they would call that an OP combo. And I would be kind of like, oh yeah, okay, fine, I could agree on that. It's okay, and it's just meh. But yeah, I just thought like saying that. I don't know why, but this was I guess a new player tip. I mean, I don't really know who'd still be buying this game after all this time. I've had this game for a few months, so I'm certainly not a new player. But I just finally got around to actually playing the game again. Dude, don't want to go too far, my dude. Yeah, but it's really good for catching up to enemies. Just go ahead and stealth kill them. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff that other YouTubers would beg of you to do. Beg on their knees for you to like and subscribe. And this grog's about to kill me. I should do my outro somewhere else. Yeah, but leave a like, subscribe, peace.